Welcome to Digital Marketing 101. My promise to you in this video is that you will leave with a better understanding than 95% of people how all the different pieces of digital marketing fit together, where you can find businesses to contact, and how you can sell these services in the right way to these clients, and why people buy these services. I'm going to jump straight in, but all the timestamps are right in the description. And if you want this guide in a written form, you can head to my website using the first link in the description. I've written it there if that's how you like consuming. Let's start talking about how all of the pieces of digital marketing fit together. We're going to start with the website because it is the most crucial bit for a business. A website, www.yourbusinessname.com, is the central hub for a business where they describe all of their products and services in a way that customers understand, get excited about, and then the goal of the website is for the customer to do an action. You've got two types of websites really. You've got lead generation websites and you've got e-commerce websites. Lead generation websites are for if you're selling a service that someone can't click and buy right there. That can either be because it's a service that you're delivering, not a physical product, or because it's a very complex product that can't just be ordered off the shelf. E-commerce is where you are buying either a physical product or a digital product from the website, and it is either going to be posted to you or delivered to you. Some platforms for you to learn if you're just starting out in web design is WordPress, which powers about 17% of the internet at my last time I heard about this fact. Wix, which is a very simple page builder with very comprehensive features. And if you're going for e-commerce, Shopify. Why is a website important for a business? As the hub for a business, the website is where you feed all the people, which is called traffic, into the website, and you explain to them exactly what your product does or what your service does. It's very important that you correctly, succinctly identify who you want to be talking to, what problems they have, and how your business fixes a problem. This is the website. Like I said, we're going to come back and talk about how you find people to sell this to and why they buy and how you sell it in a minute. But I want to just give you a framework for the web, like how will these different pieces fit together. So you've got the website is here, central hub. How do you get people to the website? If you just had the website on its own, no one is going to find it. Direct traffic is where you send people directly to the website. So this will be if you have your website on your business cards, or you have flyers with your websites, or you put an advert up on a billboard with a QR code that goes straight to the website. This is called direct traffic. Organic traffic is when you get a visitor to your website that has been on a search engine like Google or Bing or Yahoo or Ask Jeeves when that was still around, right? That's how long I've been doing websites for. This organic traffic is typically free. So these are search engines trying to give a customer who is a searcher the best information they can possibly get. They will put your website forward if the search engine thinks that you have the answers to their customers' questions. The way that you get in those positions is by delivering as much value as you possibly can on your website. You have to answer the questions of, let's use Google as an example here. You have to give Google's customers the best answer, a better answer than everyone else who's competing for that keyword. A keyword is a section of the thing that someone is searching. So if I'm looking for a plumber in my area and I type plumber near me, the keyword is plumber near me. And if I have a website that shows that I am a very reputable plumber in the area that that Google's customer is looking, they will put my website on the page, and that customer will click my link, go to my website, see that I've got the answers, and they will get in contact with me. So that is the website with direct traffic, organic traffic. The next one I want to talk about is paid traffic. Paid traffic, as the name suggests, is when you are paying for that person to be on your website. So if we use a couple of examples here, every major platform the one that you're watching this on, has an advertising functionality. If a platform gets attention, they sell advertising. Google, when you go onto a results page on Google, the first 3 links that you see are adverts. This is sponsored ads. It's called pay-per-click advertising. How you get your website in that pay-per-click advertising spot is that you create a Google Ads account on ads.google.com. You can do this for yourself or for your clients. You create an ad and you bid on a keyword. With Google and pay-per-click advertising, you pay every time someone clicks on your ad. What happens when they click your ad? After they click your ad in the search, they get taken to the exact web page you want them to go to. You pay per click. So your ad could be seen 100,000 times, but if only one person clicks on the ad, you only get charged once. Platforms like Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, they aren't pay-per-click models. These are pay per impression. So it's a CPM, cost per mil, which is the cost per 1,000 impressions, is the usual way that they charge. So your ads are getting shown, and even if you do not get a single click, you get charged. Typically, it's cheaper to get 1,000 people to see your ad on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram than it is to get 1,000 people to see your ad on Google. In my experience, running ads for many companies doing this, it's more expensive to run ads on Google Ads. However, the benefit that I see of Google Ads over Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, and I like all of them, the benefit I see of Google Ads over that is that the person who you're advertising to has already shown search intent or purchase intent. When I type in Google, plumber near me, it shows that I have a problem. I need a plumber. If I'm just browsing Facebook and my feed is full of an ad, I might not necessarily already be looking for that service. The way that you show ads to people on Facebook, this is Facebook specific here, yeah? The way that you show ads on Facebook, and other platforms are similar, is that you choose the demographics you want it to show to, and the groups that people like, or the media, or the job title that they've put out. So I say, for my plumber ad, I want to show my ad on Facebook for plumbers to everyone in London who earns a certain amount of income. Maybe I put in a couple of specific postcodes, who has told Facebook that they're a lawyer. You can get very granular with this targeting on Facebook. And for the right type of business, it is fantastic because you can get very heavy with the graphics and you can get very granular with who you show it to. With Google Ads, most service businesses, for example, plumber, where it's a high value service, things like a boiler replacement is a very high value service. And so because you're going to be paying quite a lot for the clicks for plumber near me or boiler service near me, you need a high value service to really get the most out of Google Ads. Because maybe you have to have your ad clicked on 100 times before one person fills in the contact form on your website. That would be a 1% conversion rate of ad to lead. And that person may not buy from you. So when you are running Google Ads and Facebook ads for people, you need to be giving and you need to be keeping track of the metrics like conversion rate, click-through rate. I'm not going to explain these right now because you should look up these if you are interested. To keep this video relatively short, because I could talk on digital marketing one-on-one for hours here. It's so broad. To keep it short, you have to do a bit of your own research. If you want me to make a video specifically on one topic, write it in the comments and I will make a video on this. So let's just recap here. We've got the website and we need ways of sending people to there. We've got organic traffic, we've got paid traffic, and we've got direct traffic. I said that in the wrong order. It doesn't really matter. Yeah? The next thing that you've got, which is a type of traffic which is exploding. What do you spend most of your time on your phone doing? Probably scrolling social platforms. So you can get social traffic So if your links are posted or shared on a website like Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, that traffic leaves the platform, which they don't really want. So if you manage to get someone off those platforms to hit your website, that is social traffic. Another way of getting people to your website is email marketing. So these are people that have given you permission or not. If you're a bit naughty and you're sending cold emails, the right cold email is fine. But if you send people an email that's got a link to your website, or another person sends an email with your website link in it to someone, they click from the email to your website, that is email traffic. So we've got direct, we've got organic, we've got paid, we've got social, we've got email. There are a number of others, but they're a lot smaller than those major ones. It's important to know the difference between these when you are talking to a customer, because then if you get in with a gig to improve their website, you can then talk to them. Hey, how much email traffic are you getting? I see you're not getting that good organic traffic compared to paid. Let's try and do some content. The more you know, the more services that you can offer to clients, right? So let's talk specifically about some of the things that you can do to boost these forms of traffic. We'll start with direct. Yeah, direct. You want to get your website everywhere you can. If you're a service-based business, or your customer is a service-based business and they're driving around in a van, for example, the website should be very clear on the van. You can even get a QR code printed, which means that all the customer has to do is pick up their phone, put the camera on, bang, they're on the website. It should be on your business cards. It should be on your van. It should be on banners places. Everywhere you can get your website to increase the direct traffic is good. And so if you've got a customer and they want to increase direct traffic, help them make business cards. Help them make flyers that they put through people's doors. Show them how they can get a magnetic sign that goes on the side of their van. I also actually, just at this point, thank you for watching. If you want the written guide to this, go to the link in the description. But the way that you want to think about working for someone doing digital marketing is, how can you add more value? How can I find another problem that they've got and provide a solution that digital marketing can fix and implement that for them? Yeah? Let's go back to the traffic. So that's direct. Organic traffic. The only people that appear at the top of the searches for organic traffic are the ones that give the best answers. They are the most trusted. Two things that you're going to want to look up on for organic promotion is YAML, your money or your life, or EAT, expertise, authority, and trust. These are two things by Google specifically that they use to judge where they should put someone in the rankings. Yeah? And another way that they judge who should go where on the rankings, on the search page, the only thing that Google can really use is if I'm a searcher and I'm on the page, I click a link, I've now disappeared from that tracking, right? Yes, they've got tracking on your own website, but they can't connect the two for privacy reasons. I don't know if they might do that, but for privacy reasons, they can't do it. So all they know is that the searcher, their customer, has left the page and which link they clicked. So if they click yours, that's a good point. If they leave and they don't come back for quite a while, it seems like to Google, they might have got their answer. If they then do another search for something similar, it shows that maybe they didn't get the answer that they were looking for. Or if they come back to the search page and go down and click another link, that's a negative point for you and a positive point for the person below you. They will then, the next time, maybe switch that around. Each person that does a search will get a slightly unique search page depending on their previous history and how the rankings are shifting. The way that you can improve your rankings in organic traffic is by making content on your website that fixes problems for the customer of your customer. From now on in the video, I'm going to be talking as if you are a digital marketer offering services. If you're a business owner and you want to work with me to do digital marketing, please head to my website and fill out the form, and we can talk about what projects you want to do together. But from now on, I'm going to be talking as if you are a digital marketer and you are selling these services to clients, right? One of the ways you can boost your customers' organic rankings is by making content on their website that answers their customers' problems. So if I was a plumber, I would have a very, very nice description on every single one of my service pages explaining exactly what the service is, how long it is expected to take, average expected costs, and the parts needed. Potentially, the customer of this plumber might not want to know every single piece of information, but some of the information will help some of the people some of the time. And the more you have comprehensive answers to the customer's questions, the more authoritative you look in the eyes of Google or other search engines. So a way to think about organic search is, how can I come across as the most trusted, the most authoritative business in this space? How do you track your organic rankings? This is Google specifically, but because it's the biggest search engine, it's the most useful. You can use a third-party software like SEMrush or Ahrefs, and that will tell you third-party data on search rankings and what keywords other competitors are ranking for. Or I should say, and you go to Search Console, which is a Google tool, and you set up the Search Console tracking for your domain. The faster you do this in the relationship you have with the client, the better, because it will only start collecting data on your organic rankings and the keywords you show for from the moment you set the platform up. So that is Search Console by Google. To track any analytics on your website, an amazing free platform is Google Analytics. So one thing that you can do when you go into a new customer, you can ask them, hey, do you have Google Search Console and Google Analytics set up? If they say no, it's a bit of a red flag because they haven't even set up the most basic of analytics. But that means you can handhold them through the process of getting them actual data on their website that they can use to make better business decisions. So you set up Google Analytics, you set up Google Search Console, and you can start offering them monthly reporting on the growth of their sites. You'll also want to track that because you want to show and demonstrate that your service that you're offering is having a meaningful impact on their business. So if you're selling something like ads, or you're selling something like content, or you're selling something like website improvements, you will be able to see in the data if the work that you've done has had a meaningful impact on the metrics that they're getting. The real crucial one is sales, but there are other metrics like how long the customer spends on the page, how many pages that they visited on the website, how many people are filling out the contact form, how many people added to cart but didn't buy. All of these metrics are very easily tracked, and you can show week on week an improvement or a decline in the areas that you've touched. And by doing this and demonstrating to your client regularly, hey, look, this is the work that we're doing, this is the impact it's having, you will keep your customers for longer, and you will need to spend less time going out there and doing sales. I don't know why you'd want to, as it's the best. Check out my Sales 101 video if you're liking this. But you will keep your customers for longer because you are demonstrating value in the service you are providing. Okay? So that's organic traffic. The best way to do this: demonstrate authority, demonstrate trust, demonstrate expertise. If you're something like a lawyer, a doctor, you're offering medical advice, insurance, anything like that, you need to be very clear that you, so the person writing the articles and the person running the website, is qualified to actually run this website. So you do that by having an author's bio. If you're a lawyer, for example, you need to have an author's bio with a picture of you, links to your social platforms, which we'll talk about in a minute, and you need to have on there, or your client needs to have on there, the exact qualifications that mean that they can talk about this and not be damaging Google's customers. It's very important to do this. Okay, So that's organic traffic. One thing to mention actually, there's another profile you should set up for your customers if they don't have it already. It's called Google My Business. Google My Business is the small profile that appears on the right of the search pages when you type the name of the business. It's where all of the Google reviews are held. The way that Google reviews impact local SEO is that, for example, with our plumber business we were talking about, the plumber with the most Google reviews will appear first on the maps. Yeah? So the more Google reviews you can collect in a legitimate way, the better the business will do organically for local SEO terms. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's that entire process we just talked about with demonstrating authority, putting content, tracking the rankings, appearing higher in Google, offering customers better answers to their questions. Okay, so that's Google My Business. That is a very nice service to sell to a business if you're trying to get your foot in the door, because the Google My Business profile is easy to manage and it's very clear what information is missing. They may need to update their hours. They may need to get more Google reviews. A small service you can offer them is, I will get you a link that you give to your customers and it takes them directly to the Google review page, and it will increase the number of reviews you get because it's less friction for the customer. Okay, and that's a monthly thing that you can do, is managing their Google reviews or building them a process to get more Google reviews. Right, let's move on to paid traffic here. One of the most important things you can learn if you want to be good at paid traffic is copywriting. 3 books I recommend on this topic are The Boron Letters, with the author is Bond Halbert. Basically that book is Gary Halbert, his father, writing to his son a series of letters explaining marketing and direct response copywriting from the very beginning. Gary Halbert is arguably the most famous and most successful copywriter of his age, and these letters were written to his son and never intended to be published. It is an incredibly good foundation for marketing and copywriting. The next book is the Robert Collier letter book. It just goes through a lot of different sales letters and the techniques that keep people reading, keep people watching. And the third one is Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins. These 3 books will give you a very, very good foundation for how you want to write the ads, who you want to target, how you track the ad performance, and how you test A/B which ad is performing best. You want to be doing this because your lifetime value for the customers that you work with will depend on how you can improve the account each month and how you can make it cheaper for them or how you can make them more money. A lot of the lifetime value of their customers will depend on this. And so it's very important that you spend time learning, how do I make my ads better? How do I set the tracking up better? How do I make sure that when someone clicks my ad, they go to the page and they fill out the form? If you have 1 person out of 100 filling the form out and you manage to go from a 1% conversion rate to a 2% conversion rate, you are doubling the number of people which fill out the form. Okay? It's very important that you do this. And copywriting and good copywriting will impact everything. It will impact the content that you write for them. It will impact the headlines that you have on the landing pages. I should say a landing page is just the name for the page that you send someone to when they come from another source. Yeah, so web page, landing page, it's all interchangeable. But a landing page is typically specific to one product, service, or niche in your audience. Copywriting, you need to learn good copywriting. It will impact your ads, it will impact your landing pages, it will impact your life, it will impact the videos you make, it will impact your sales letters. It's well worth your time reading those 3 books. The Boron Letters, Scientific Advertising, the Robert Collier letter book. That's paid traffic. Yeah? The next one we want to talk about is social traffic. I think if you start a new business or a new project or you're working with a client, It's very important that you go out on all social platforms and reserve the business name. Even if you're not using that platform at the moment and you're sticking to one or two, just go and sign up for the account so that when you do start growing the team and you do start posting on all platforms, you have the name and you don't have to create some other name that is harder for people to interchange between the platforms and find. It's no good having Mike's Plumbing Business on Facebook, but then on Instagram, it's Plumbing by Mike. Sure, people will connect the two, but it's harder for them to jump between platforms and find you on each one. Okay, so a service you can offer to your clients is, hey, have you set up a profile on every social platform? This is a repeatable process you can do for every client. It won't take you that long to say, okay, it's 50 quid, I'll set you up a platform on I'll set you up a profile on every single platform, right? How much should you be posting? If you're a business that isn't relying on social traffic as your main source of traffic, but you want to have a profile that appears active so that when someone does a brief check on you, it doesn't look like the business is dead in the water, you can post once a week on these platforms and it will look like the business is still active. You can tell when someone doesn't value these platforms. You should go onto a business, you go onto their Facebook page and the last post was like May 2020. That is a very good opportunity for you to go in there and say to this customer, hey, it looks much better to your customers if you're a little bit active. I can make you one Facebook post a week just talking about different aspects of your business. It's going to cost you this much. It's a great foot in the door because every business owner thinks that they would be better off if their social platforms were more active. It's obvious, like your business will look more active and a more active business will result in more sales. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about on these social platforms? This is where thinking about the business's ideal customer comes in. You need to fix the ideal customer's problems because they don't care about you, they only care about the problems they have. So your Facebook posts, your Instagram posts, your TikTok videos, your Pinterest boards, they should all be focused on adding value to the business's ideal customer. And that is a great way for you to work out, okay, what do I need to do here? So for example, for the plumber, an amazing Facebook post that you could write is how to bleed your radiators. And you'd say, is your heating bill high, but the radiator is not hot? You may need to bleed your radiators. And then you have a little guide that tells them exactly what key they need to buy and how to bleed the radiator so that it takes the air out of the radiator system, makes the radiator hotter. Yeah? A portion of the people that watch that guide won't have the confidence to do it themselves. And those people will think, oh, I wonder if Mike and his plumbing company could come around and bleed my radiators. They will then leave the social platform, visit Mike's website. We've got a very sexy landing page saying radiator bleeding service near you and a contact form where they can call Mike or they can get in contact with the business. Mike's now got a customer. You keep your customer, Mike, everyone is happy. So that's social. Unless you're going to be making crazy videos or you're already interested in doing this, I don't think that is where you should start by saying, hey, I will make social your main source of traffic. If you're just starting out, go to a business and say, hey, I can make you look more active on social media. If you look more active, people will trust you more. Simple. Email. Every business should have an email sign-up box that just lets customers put their email in to get news, updates, and offers. When someone signs up in the email box, every business should have a welcome flow. This is a series of 3 to 5 emails just introducing the business to the customer. It's all automated. You write it once and it gets sent to everyone that signs up through the email sign-up box. This is a great introductory service for you to sell to the business owner. Hey, I'll make you a little email sign-up box and I'll write you the 5 emails that automatically get sent. On the 6th email that we send, we will ask them to book a call with us to see if they need our service. What do you write in those 5 emails? Goes back to the same thing you write for social. You just add value to the ideal customer. You fix a problem. The first one, thank you for signing up. We won't send you spam. This is where you can find us elsewhere. We're really looking forward to talking to you. Over the next couple of days, we're going to try and fix a couple of your problems. Email 2, do you have this problem? This is the solution. Email 3, here's a problem that other people like you have had. This is how we fix it. You're building trust. Every touch that you have with a customer is building trust. So if they see 3 Facebook posts, a YouTube video, they sign up for your email and they get 5 emails, then they see an advert. You're building trust with these people because a fundamental rule in human psychology is that we are more trusting of people who are more familiar to us. So that is email. And look, what have we done now? We've done direct, we've done organic, we've done paid, we've done email, and we've done social traffic. Let's leave the traffic sources for a minute. I'm going to talk to you now about why people buy these things and where you can find customers to do this. A mentor told me, and it's held true in my entire business career, a business owner will only buy from you if, can you make me money? Can you save me time? Okay? And that is how you frame your services. Digital marketing, the main focus here is you're going to be saying to these people, through digital marketing, I can get you more customers. They don't care how they do it. They just want more customers. More traffic to the website, more customers. Better information on the website, more customers. Cheaper ads, more customers for the same budget. Better social profile that looks active, more customers to the website. Can you save me money? Can you save me time? That's it. And that's how you think about it when you are going to sell digital marketing services to a business. Where can you find these businesses? Google is your best friend here. I would say in the beginning, you want to select a specific type of business just so that you get pretty good at knowing what kind of objections they're going to get. If you're new to sales, please go and check out my Sales One-on-One Fundamentals video. It's very comprehensive and will give you a good foundation for how to think about sales, and I'm very proud of that video. I might put it up here or down in the description, but Sales 101, Alex North rule. Okay? Go on Google, select a business type like plumber, get a list of every town in the UK or the country that you're in, yeah? Type Google, plumber, in, and then the town name. Google will have a list of the businesses. Now these are businesses that are already online, so they see the value, slightly at least, in being online, right? These are your ideal customers because they have an online presence, but maybe they don't have time to manage it themselves and they want more customers. Okay, so you go through the list, you look at their website, you find a problem you can fix, or you look at their social profiles, you find a problem that you can fix, and then you get in contact with them. If they don't pick up the phone, you call them again in 3 days, and you use a software like HubSpot or Pipedrive, which is a CRM, customer relationship manager, to keep track of all the businesses and the problems you found, and when you last called them, and you set a reminder for when you need to call them next. Don't try and remember this, because if you're contacting enough people, and that's the reality you need to be, if you're contacting enough people, you won't be able to remember it off the top of your head. It's very important that you use a software like HubSpot or Pipedrive or a spreadsheet. The benefit of HubSpot or Pipedrive over the spreadsheet is that you can set reminders and you've got a full-on timeline for every interaction you've had. If they pick up the phone and it's not the right time, wait a month or 3 months before you contact them again. And when you contact them again, have more value for them. Always add value. Always position yourself as the person that can either save them time or make them more money. A good thing about waiting a month or 3 months is that by that time, you should have already worked with a couple of other people. So then you can go into them and say, hey, I just did this work for these other plumbers and it's worked really well. You'll have more about you that will make it more likely that they'll take a risk on you. And that is the foundation of digital marketing. If you want, I will just recap this. You've got the website, which is the central hub. The faster your website is, the better customer experience they have. The more content on your website that answers their questions, the better customer experience they have. The easier it is to navigate, the better customer experience that you have. The traffic sources are how you get people onto the website. You've got organic traffic, direct traffic, paid traffic, email traffic, social traffic. The main thing about digital marketing is solving problems for people. It's making these problems apparent to the ideal customer that they have them and then solving them through content online. If you touch people enough times on different social platforms, they will trust you more and then they will give you their business. The way that you sell to a company is they're trying to get more customers online and you position yourself, I can get you more customers, I can save you time. Thank you so much for getting through this far in the video. You're clearly interested in digital marketing. I think you should follow this channel because I'm talking about sales, digital marketing, remote work, and travel. If you want one-on-one coaching, you can get in contact with me on the website link below. And if you want this guide in ebook format, the link is also below. Thank you for watching. Do get into digital marketing. It is an extremely good career and you can work from anywhere doing it. Thank you.